Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Live Lifestyle New Zealand. So, last time you saw a person come here to give an experience on your house, how you can buy the house and how you become like him. Now, today the second step is mortgage, how you can get a mortgage from the bank. Who can help us? Of course, a mortgage broker or a bank, but watch it. What's the difference between them? Okay, so today my guest Rachel Zhang from Prime Mortgage. Here we go. Rachel, how are you?
Hi, Prakash. Very good. Hi, guys.
So, Rachel, tell me about your background. How you become in New Zealand?
I came to New Zealand at age of 17. I came in 2002.
What's turning point to become a mortgage broker?
Correct. So I guess, having worked with a big corporate for 7, 8 years, I had always had the passion in the property investment and the property market. And also, on top of that, I wanted to share my experience with other people and help them to get onto the property ladder. That's why I, took time off and started working from, being as a mortgage assistant and worked my way up to become a mortgage advisor, and now having my own mortgage businesses. I think I set a time to really focus on what I really want to achieve in my life. I think that's probably the shifting point for me.
So, what you gonna give advice to basic challenge they face?
Never gave up, and I think New Zealand is a country that always welcoming immigrants, and we always have the opportunity if we work hard enough, and we will be able to settle in New Zealand and live the dream that we want.
Really inspired you to become this mortgage?
What really inspired me was and directly helping my clients. I, through my advice, through my recommendation, I help my clients to get onto the property ladder. And I think it's a very direct satisfaction that I have had, where numerous times where my clients came to me and they said they couldn't get their loan approved from one bank, or they couldn't get the loan from other mortgage broker, but I was, successfully got the mortgage from another lender with amount that they had never expected they could have, and with that they were able to buy a house. So that's the direct satisfaction I got from this job. Mortgage advisor job is quite demanding job because most of the clients only have time after work hours, so we have to on the calls. I won't say 24/7, but we pick up calls like 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sometimes, and also we work on weekends as well. So it's a very demanding job, but you have to be motivated, and also this is what I love to do, this is what I love to help people, and this is why I keep myself going.
And I personally feel you are like very good in your job because you also want your satisfaction from the client, not yourself. You want your client satisfaction, then you satisfy. That's really rare to the mortgage broker to do this, because mortgage broker first they think is a priority of their self-interest. But where Rachel is doing is motivating herself towards the client. So that's what I really like. That's why I want you to inspire others, and the people who comes to you in the future for the first home buyer as your mortgage client. They know that what you are, right? That's very beautiful, that what you're doing, it's very nice. Explain that what mortgage broker really does.
We accredit to different lenders, different, including main banks and non-bank lenders. Me personally accredited to over 40 plus different lenders. So, and then we depend on different lenders. They have their own different policies. So we compare how much the clients will be able to borrow across different banks. And then we discuss the lending options with the clients, and we screen down to whichever lender gives them the best pricing, best interest, best amount they can get approved. But I think mortgage advisor, this is a long relationship with the clients. So once the client settle the house, we also help them with mortgage reviews. Each year, it depends on how long they fix their rates for. So we will also discuss with the clients how they're going to fix their rates after a year or so when the rates expires. So it's ongoing relationship with the clients.
So my question comes in between that bank and you. If I have a account in bank, I can ask them to give me the loan, right?
Yeah.
So why we need you for
Correct. So I get that question a lot. What's the difference between going get finance mortgages directly from the bank and coming to us and get advice from mortgage advisor? I guess the key part is you're working if you go directly with the bank. Most of the banks just treat clients as a transaction, and their services only stop when they help you to get the finance.
that? Okay.
Yeah, and also you will not be able to travel to different banks because it's quite time consuming. So engage with mortgage advisor directly is kind of like a one-stop shop because we understand your financials and we have credit with all the banks. So we run the calculations across different banks and we work with you and decide, okay, which bank give us best offer, which bank give us best pricing and also the highest amount of approval. So the bank that you go to may not necessarily be the best bank that gives you the best offer. So working with mortgage brokers saves you a lot of work to go with different banks and submit application and get approval with each of the banks. But it's as I said, it's one-stop shop where we help you. And in addition to that, as mortgage advisor provide additional layer of services. We advise you on your mortgages. The personal banker that you work with they may change their positions, 6 months or 1 year. So you may find yourself in a position where, okay, the bankers you're familiar with change to a different person and they don't understand your financials. You have to do that all over again. So working with mortgage advisors is that we become your personal banker. We understand your financials and, save us a lot of time. When you call us, we understand, okay, where you're at, what your needs are, what your goals are, instead of you have to, go from scratch with different people you're dealing with in the banks. Mortgage advisors, we are your lifelong mortgage advisors. We help you to make decisions throughout, not only help you to purchase a house, but after you settle the house, we help you to conduct mortgage reviews every year on an annual basis. So it's a long-lasting relationship, and you have a personal banker.
It's only you do that, or every broker do that?
I don't know about other brokers, but that's what I offer for my clients.
Is that very costly to like if I am coming to you and you are saying that much? It feel like very costly. Is that very costly, expensive?
We don't charge our clients. Most of the time, we don't charge our clients anything because we get commission from the bank. But because we act on the best interest of our clients, so when we run through run the calculations across different banks, we discuss with clients what the best option that we should go to, which lender we should go to. We discuss about the lending amount that got approved, the pricing, the interest rate, and we decide, okay, we agree on this is the lender we want to submit our application to. And the bank which we submit the application to will give us a commission.
So you know that if you want a mortgage broker, you don't need to pay a fee. So don't scare that it's gonna be expensive. It's free. The only thing you need is a good behavior. Okay. So by that, if a person have 2 or 3 mortgage broker,
Yeah.
is that really because it's free service?
Yeah.
So if I'm using you and I'm using 2 more mortgage broker, and someone else give me the good service, right? And he give me that one, I go to there, and all your effort is become zero,
Correct.
right?
Correct. So that's why I would not encourage people to, work with different mortgage brokers. Yes, the way that we approach your put together your loan proposal may be different, but we also most of the mortgage brokers get accreditation with all the major banks.
Yeah.
So the calculation is the same, the lending policy is the same. And also that's why I tell my clients, if you have already engaged with brokers, and if you are already satisfied with their work, I would not wanting to waste their time as well by engage with you, because they will be able to also submit application to another lender if you need. So, however, if you're not satisfied with their work and if you want to try someone else, you're free to do so. But I mean, if you've already got approval, which is okay, which is the same amount where other mortgage broker can get for you, I would encourage you to stick with the mortgage broker that you currently work with. And we have to put a lot of work and effort up front for you to get your loan approved, and also with all the advice services and the recommendation that we provided, and we don't get anything commission from the bank until we settle the house. So with all the work's been done, and if you choose to go with other mortgage brokers in the end, it's basically wasting a lot of both of our times and efforts, and also banks' efforts as well.
So you don't charge them, like as a punishment?
We should charge it. It's as a standard policy practice, we charge up to 3,000. But having said that, because I understand, it's not easy to do that, but I tend not to charge my clients for that. But that's why I appreciate clients to value our time and effort as well. If they have already worked with other people, I will encourage them to, stay with other people if they are satisfied with their work, obviously.
If you're watching this and you need a guidance for your first home mortgage, she will tell you that what's real important document you need for your home loans. Can you please share that? What's important document everyone should have on record?
Yes, so your passport, copy passport, the pay slips to verify that you have a stable income. Some banks may also need a copy of your IRD sum of earnings for the last financial year or 12 months to verify that you are under sustainable income. And the last thing possibly which is we have to understand your, by going through your bank statement. So we need your latest 3 months bank statement to understand, okay, what's your expenses, what's your current outgoings, whether you have any debts or liabilities like car loans or personal loans. So it's a comprehensive assessment of your financial positions, taking into account of your income, your expenses, your debts and liabilities, and then will determine, okay, how much you'll be able to borrow.
Those documents you needed, keep it, and then go to the mortgage broker. Don't be scared, okay? A client comes to you, okay, and he have all the documents.
Yeah.
So worst part of declining or not approving the loan by bank, what's the main reasons?
So the main reasons is the serviceability.
You're saying that liabilities, minimize your liabilities.
Correct.
It's gonna be a good way to approve from the bank.
Correct. So that's why I encourage my clients, if they haven't bought a house, please don't take a car loan or personal loans, because that's going to significantly reduce your borrowing capacity. The more debts or personal loans that you have, liabilities you have, it's going to minimize your borrowing. So you will be finding it hard to get onto the property ladder. That's why we want to minimize it as much as possible.
So saving also count, right? So it's these days in the current time,
yeah,
very hard to save. So what's your strategy for the people, how you save the money for the house?
I guess it's savings is also about income and also expenses. I know a lot of my clients, they took extra role, a second job, some of my clients, on top of their main job, they do Uber driving, or take on small part-time roles just to increase their income, to save. Another way is to minimize the spending. Don't spend on the things that you think you have to use or purchase as higher purchases, because higher purchases, yes, you can get buy furniture or buy iPhones, but it's going to cost you $2,000, $3,000, and it's in installments.
And it's gonna make your liabilities, right?
Correct. That will become your liabilities. So any credit cards that you have, so a lot of clients don't understand. Yes, I have a credit card. They make on-time payment every month, but any credit card is going to reduce your lending. So if you have a credit card, a limit of $10,000, that's going to reduce your borrowing about $50,000. So that's why I said, be mindful about your spending. Don't spend on things that you have to take a loan for.
Best way is if we do a role play that I am the client and I call you for the home loan. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit fun and it's gonna be more knowledgeable to the viewer. Okay, first meeting always call.
Yes, I was always started by a short phone conversation to understand your financials.
Okay, so we do the role play for that. Okay, Rachel, my name is PJ and I work as an accountant. I really want to buy a house, but I don't know where to start. Can you help me, please?
Sure. Thanks for reaching out, and I always starting by asking the question in terms of with regards your deposit. So how much do you think you can contribute towards deposit?
I'm planning to buy the house around 950. Is that possible? I have 5% deposit.
Yes, absolutely. So with Housing New Zealand have an initiative which is called First Home Loan, and they help Kiwis to get onto the property ladder with deposit as low as 5%. But there are few criteria that we have to meet. And one of the criteria is that your combined household income cannot be more than 150,000.
I don't think so. I will be 5% because my income is a lot more than that. It's including with my wife or it's only one person?
It's including your wife.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. Then we have to do 10% or 20% now. How much you think? Can I use KiwiSaver?
Yes, absolutely. You can withdraw a KiwiSaver if you have contributed for more than 3 years or have been a member for more than 3 years. And so that's part of the deposit that you can withdraw. Another part is your cash savings. It's also, you can use as a deposit. And a lot of my clients also have family gifting. The parents from overseas or the direct immediate family members to give them cash funding as a gifting, they also will become part of the deposit you can use.
I'll call my parents now and find out how much they can give me. KiwiSaver, I have my wife also counted?
Yes. So both you and your wife, if both of you are joint applicants, both you and your wife's KiwiSaver accounted. Yeah.
Okay, I can manage 15%. Is that fine?
Yes, absolutely. So all the banks will be able to lend you up to 90%.
Okay.
With 10% deposit. So if you have deposit 15%, the amount of lending you need is 85%. So all the banks will be able to help you on that. But also, having said that, we will go through a comprehensive assessment of your financials to calculate, okay, how much exactly you'll be able to borrow from the bank. So 85% is the cap of the maximum amount that you can purchase or to borrow, but then it comes down to your personal income and your liabilities. So we do the comprehensive assessment on that.
As a liabilities, what are you thinking for the liabilities? I got my car in the loan finance with the MTF, and I got my iPhone from my provider, and I think I have a student loan in IRE.
Yeah.
Is that fine, or I have to do something for that?
So anything with so that student loan that you talk about, MTF, car loans, and also hire purchases or afterpay. If you have Q card, afterpay, or parts of liabilities, and that's going to significantly reduce your borrowing. So what I would suggest is to understand, depending on how much your income is, also your wife's income, and we will calculate whether you needed to reduce your loans or you needed to pay it off before we settle. So we will discuss that once we run the calculations across all different banks, and we will advise you what's the lending options for you, what's the best approach to go from there.
Can I choose the bank, or you gonna choose the bank where I can
So
go?
we will discuss. We'll go through each lender. So and we'll decide. Okay, lender A gives us this amount that we can potentially get approved. What's their interest rate that we're going to be offered for? What's their cashback, cash incentives? And we're gonna compare it for the banks, and then we'll discuss. Okay, which bank give us the best offer?
Oh, Rachel, it's very helpful. The thinking I got is how much I have to pay you.
You don't need to pay us anything most of the time because we get commissions from the banks, and so the banks give us commissions once you settle. But as a as your advisor, we act on the best interest of our clients. We work with you to determine which lender gives you the best option.
So can I put the offer now, or I need to do anything else? Because if I got you, it means I will get the loan approved. Can I put my offer?
Yes, you can. You can, while we're getting approval for you from the bank, you can also make a purchase with a conditional offer. You can start your property hunting, make an offer for a purchase with the conditions. So I would recommend to put a finance condition when you make an offer.
My agent said I can get the house for $100,000, and I got only 15% deposit. And I'm thinking not to use the 5%. Is that a good idea or bad idea?
It's up to you. I think it's comes down to every person's circumstances. If you want us, to withhold that money for your personal needs, I understand when you purchase a home, you need to buy furniture.
Yeah.
You need to save set the money aside for family emergencies and stuff like that. It really comes down to your personal needs. But also we will be run the calculations to say, okay, whether you will be able to do that or not. But it's up to you whether you wanted to withhold some money. It's perfectly fine to do so.
Can I give you a call later and check with my agent that how is that approval is done or not?
Yes, absolutely. And also what I do in addition to that is I work with your agent as well. So any properties that you're interested in making an offer for, feel free to send me the property information, things like sales and purchase agreement, title and the lien, and I'll help you to do the due diligence. And I'll go through the documents and I'll tell you, okay, where you need to be aware of, what you need to be, to pay extra attention to. So I'll do the actual due diligence for you on your behalf as well. For more information, you can find in the link from the comments below.